What up, what up, what up? Man, it's Lauren Los, and we back with episode 2. I think they lost their mind. Episode 1, we got a lot of feedback from y'all, so we bringing y'all again with episode 2. How you felt about episode 1, champion?
Man, I felt good about episode 1. I think it was the first time that we've been on camera.
Yeah.
Some people can see that we were a little nervous, but we got comfortable as time went on. We got some good feedback in
Yeah, we
reference to
definitely,
that. I
man, we
mean,
definitely got good feedback.
yeah, we did get good feedback, which was very important for us moving
Mm-hmm.
forward.
Absolutely.
Even with episode 2, we still want some more critiques, right?
Absolutely.
To make sure we give you guys the perfect podcast, what you want to hear to keep you coming back.
We definitely brand new to this.
For sure.
But I mean, we natural born, baby.
Yeah.
So we're gonna make it work.
Come on.
We're gonna do what it do.
Talk about it.
Listen, but we're gonna start it out. I mean, with actually the title. I mean, you got Los here, and you got my man.
Got Lou, baby.
Yeah. So we're gonna start out with the title of today's episode. We're gonna go with the issues of a man. We're gonna speak a little bit, tap into the issues of a man, to see what y'all think about it. And we gotta read a couple DMs that we got.
For sure.
You know what I mean? To see
for sure.
how things. We're gonna have story time with Los, your man Los, give you a little story. And we're gonna go from there.
Yeah.
But we're gonna start this off, man, with a shot.
Mm.
We gotta hope that the listeners they take a shot with us.
For sure. And this is gonna become a consistent thing. So when you come on a pod, have your drink ready.
Absolutely.
We
have
take
your
the
drink
shot.
ready. We're gonna take the shot before we start.
Yeah.
So listen, today, I think we're gonna go with
what we got today? What
we got some whiskey, man. We got the bourbon whiskey, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey.
Okay.
Wolcott.
Wolcott.
Wait
a minute now.
Wolcott. So we're gonna listen. We're gonna pour it up.
Pour it up.
You know what I mean? Take our first shot.
Question for you though. What's the reason why we toast, King? What's the reason?
Hey, listen. We toast to success. We toast to life.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
okay.
Each time, you know what I mean, we're gonna make sure our listeners know, it's not to get intoxicated.
Right.
But this is a celebratory drink.
Absolutely.
We're gonna have them every time.
In moment.
Absolutely.
In moment. So we're gonna pour it up. Pour it up with us.
Pour it up with us. Make sure you got your drink.
We cheer it.
We cheer it.
We tap it.
We tap it.
We drink it.
We drink it. Woo! How you felt about that, Lou?
She disrespectful.
You said it was disrespectful, wow. Hey, man, listen, it was just a little bit, same bit.
Yeah.
So what's up, Lou, man? What's up?
Man, we made it, baby.
We made it, champion. Listen,
yeah.
Man, it's always good to, lay back, chill back.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And focus on what's necessary.
For sure.
You know what I mean? The issues of a man.
The issues of a man, King.
And you got issues?
Where do I start?
We all got issues, right? Yeah, we all got issues.
Let's start.
What's the, you know what I mean? What would you say the main issue of a man in today's life?
I think for me, I think it's the pressure.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Okay. The pressure. Just trying to figure it out. Right? Having, for us having the burdens of responsibilities.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you don't know how to express, or where to go to express, right? These different issues. Kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Talk about
it. Yeah, kids. Absolutely. Those who know how hard it is now of raising kids. In this climate, in this world, and just how to communicate to them effectively, right? Because we know what we used to do, but now it's a whole different regime with the kids, how to speak that language.
It's that gentle parenting. You know what I mean? So they basically touching on these days. We touching on the gentle parenting. You know what I mean? How could you touch on or even show examples of gentle parenting when your parenting wasn't that way? When I was growing up, my parenting definitely wasn't gentle.
It wasn't?
No, absolutely not. I mean, we had talks, but once we had talks and I didn't do what was necessary, it was other disciplinary actions.
Okay.
And I would say, it was the physical with it.
What you mean? What you mean by the physical?
I got my ass whipped.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I got my ass whipped. So, I think at times we do a lot of the gentle parenting just because of, today and age, these kids know, what they can do, or I believe they don't fear what can be done.
Right.
So, you
Okay.
know, if I was, you know, I'm not gonna say I was abused at all.
Right.
You know, it was a lot of things that I had going on I deserved. You know, but the same sorry, give me a second. I want to make sure I'm on mute, chat.
Well, let me ask you this while you tap into that. So you saying that ass whippings are necessary?
At times, yeah, they
Okay.
are.
Okay.
At times they are, and I'm gonna be honest with you. What happens is, I got my ass whooped a few times,
Right.
and I can name most of the ass whoopings I got. That's why I said it wasn't for abuse, but it was well needed.
Okay.
I can name the 4 ass whoopings I got. You know, one was pissing on myself, which I felt like that's why now, you know, I said I'd never buy a house with just one bathroom.
Okay.
You know, I went into the bathroom. My sister was in the tub. My brother was on the toilet. I had to use the bathroom. I had to take a piss.
Right.
There was no other solution besides me peeing on myself. So I found the trash can inside the bathroom and I peed in the trash can. Well, I got my ass whipped for that one.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah.
For sure.
The second one was
I mean, who whipped your ass though?
we ain't gonna speak on that.
Okay.
Pops
Okay.
definitely
Okay.
with my ass.
Okay.
But then we had another incident where I felt like it was me not being able to explain myself.
Okay.
Where my aunt would take us to church, and she felt that we was running around. I was running around in the church, and I didn't feel that way. Not gonna call her a liar, God rest her soul, but I couldn't explain myself. I was unable to articulate to my dad what was actually going on. Got my ass whipped for that.
Absolutely.
Had another incident, leaving the fair. You know, everybody know that the fair comes around once a year. My aunt took us to the fair. You know, I told her I had to use the bathroom. Now, I'm not aware if I told her I had to use the bathroom after we already left the fair.
Okay.
When we was about to get on the train.
Okay.
But I did tell her I had to use the bathroom.
Okay.
She told me I had to wait. Waiting was me catching a light rail down to Pennsylvania Avenue. Or, you know, the subway. So we caught the light rail to the subway. Got to Mondawmin. I had to use the bathroom. I'm walking on Pitcher Street trying to get to the bricks. And I peed on myself. She told my pops to peed on himself, got my ass whipped for that. So I guess you know, and then I can recall the fourth time, man, and this another one. My mom had a boyfriend, and this clown, I was I was a kid that cursed. You know what I mean? The family knew I was that cursing kid. You know, I said everything but what I was supposed to be saying.
For sure.
And from there, he told me that it was a man on a phone cursing out my mom. And the type of child I was, I defended my mom still to this day. I'm gonna defend her as much as I can. And I felt like I was doing a favor by grabbing the phone from her and cursing out the guy. But I realized the guy that was on the other end of the phone was my father. And he like, Carlos.
Your heart dropped, didn't it?
Heart dropped in my fucking shoes. From there, you know, it was with him, he'll tell you he gonna whip your ass, but he came to get us on Fridays. So it was the anticipation of getting the ass whipped.
So he saved it for you.
So that was Wednesday or Tuesday.
Yeah.
Had to on Friday, you knew when he was coming, he was whipping your ass. That was a whole nother ball game, chat.
Okay.
That was mentally a mental situation at itself.
Yeah.
The anticipation of something happening.
Yeah.
And you know, I caught her ass whipping there. But speaking of the anticipation of things happening, I think that's where, when it comes down to men issues, that's a lot of issues I deal with.
What you mean?
Just fear. You know, the fear of something happening, the fear of failing. Okay. You get what I'm saying? So what you do, you know, you waking up, you know, you're trying to control the environment because, of course, we Leos,
For sure.
You know, we got a lot of controlling tendencies.
Absolutely.
You're trying to control the narrative, and sometimes you just can't control the narrative. So a lot of men, you know, I can speak for it, have a problem with anxiety. You know, having anxiety and the fear of what's going to happen.
Okay.
And someone once told me that most of the things that we think that's going to happen, we anticipate happen, 9 times out of 10 it's not happening, but it's our mind playing tricks on us.
So is it possible that you can premeditate a problem because you think about it so much?
I wouldn't say premeditate the problem, because the problem don't usually happen.
Okay.
But what you could do is you could put yourself in a state of mind where you're thinking that something's going to happen.
Okay.
You know, you thinking that, you know, something's going to go down when ideally it's not.
Okay.
But in your mind, you just think that that's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, let's go back for a moment though. So 2 things. You told me you was a pisser on yourself.
Piss on myself.
Right. And a cusser.
Right.
So do you think that those situations were like the when your father disciplined you for those situations was effective?
Um, at times I didn't think so, and that was the reason why the physical discipline when it came down to my kids, I felt like it was me more so taking my frustration out on them.
Okay.
So you gotta take it for what it is. Where the physical, being physically disciplined, are you the parent or the disciplinary? Um, are they actually whipping your ass or hitting you for their own reasons because they're frustrated with you or they're upset with you versus finding out what you did wrong
Right.
and figuring it out. So I think when it came down to my kids, it's tough, man. Gentle parenting is tough, because you don't want to put your hands on the kids. And I have daughters,
Yeah.
a lot of them,
Yeah.
so I didn't want my daughters to feel like me putting my hands on them was giving them the okay for a grown ass man or just another man, period, in a relationship to be able to put their hands on them because I'm hitting them,
Right. 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 Right.
So that gentle parenting just is a gift and a curse
Okay.
because sometimes you're able to sit down and really sit back and allow your children to express themselves, but sometimes the children are just saying something that's learned behavior. They're not really feeling a certain way. They're probably repeating what someone else said.
Right. Right.
And
Right.
that's difficult, man.
So just to touch on that, just to stem on it, I think that for us as men, bro, it's so tough because you're dealing with so many different factors, right? You're dealing with kids having peer pressure,
Absolutely.
right? Distractions, and this new thing, sexuality, right? And finding a balance with that. And in addition to that, you being human, having your own issues as well.
Absolutely.
So you're trying to figure out the perfect balance with all these sorts of things, right? And making sure you're in a good mental space,
Yeah.
right? And then at the same time having a space to talk to therapy or whoever you talk to, be able to hear you.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Because sometimes we don't have all the answers, bro.
No, hell no.
We be searching for the answers, but we don't have all the answers.
I wish I had all the answers.
1,000%. So, that's like a tough place to be in. And depending on what you're doing with your life, your career, things like that too, can play a toll. But things are changing. Shit is getting high, expensive. You know what I mean? So it's like you're trying to juggle everything. And just like, yo, it's so much pressure sometimes. It could be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean another issue that I think us as men have, dealing with our own insecurities. Dealing with our own insecurities. I had a few, past relationships where I felt like they definitely were tarnished due to my lack of accountability when it come down to my insecurities.
I got a good question for you too.
What you got?
With that, what you just said, do you like to be alone?
As far as relationships,
Yourself?
at times I feel like I do like needing my space.
No, 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 no. Like, do you like to sit with your own thoughts?
Yo, it kills me every time.
What you mean?
Because sometimes, sitting with your own thoughts, man, could kind of drive you crazy a little bit.
Okay.
Because you blaming yourself.
Okay.
There's a lot of times where you blaming yourself when like, man, maybe I should have handled that better.
Or could it be that too, which I understand, that we run from the problem?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So I mean, typically, um, that's what a lot of us do. It's just like I always laugh because a lot of people will be like, you know, man, I'm moving to Atlanta. I'm moving to Florida. I'm moving this place. I want change. I want change.
Right. 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 Right.
But I think the change got to come with the person, with you.
Yeah.
The change got to come with you.
Yeah.
Because if you was up here and you was, not paying the bills and bills fucked up.
Yeah.
If you haven't changed that person, wherever you go, Florida, Atlanta, you're going to be that same person.
Yeah.
You're going to have to pay those fucking bills and you're not going to pay those bills. So you're going to end up back in the same place you left from.
Yeah. The reason why I asked you that question, for my personal self, I've been a person who always dealt with everything. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if there's a fire, I'm gonna try to put it out. I'm not gonna ask for help, which sometimes help can be just hearing.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what I got going on. Let me get it off my shoulders and express to you. I built it up. You know, I built it up because I felt like at times, not that you can't fix it, I just never been good at expressing it. I never felt comfortable.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's a level of vulnerability. It's not feeling safe. Because once you open yourself up to somebody, two things can happen. Right? And those two things can be is they listen, they value, and they accept it. Or they close the door on you. And that door will never open again.
How many doors been closed on you?
I'm gonna be honest with you, King. I'm gonna say realistically, maybe one or two. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one or two, bro. And it kind of like a domino effect. It sends you backwards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the doors who I need to open up to, they will never close. Like you.
That's good.
They would never close. You know what I'm saying? And there was a time where I needed to talk to you just to know how. You know what I mean? And not that you did anything wrong, because it wasn't you. You know what I mean? It was more lines like, or my significant other. You know what I mean? The most key people in your life, bro, you didn't feel safe to tell them something.
Right.
And it has nothing to do with them. Everything to do with me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Or my issues, right?
Yeah, you got a lot of motherfucking issues.
Whoa, wait a minute.
No, I'm joking with you. But no, I mean, I can see because, you know, you got a strong personality.
Yo, listen.
And sometimes you think you can run the motherfucking world.
Yo, listen, absolutely.
And at times, sometimes you just got to back off.
Sometimes you got to back off, bro.
You can't run a world, champ.
Or you can. Just take them with you.
Yeah, take them with you.
You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, you need a force.
No, you need
a force.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it was times, man, like I said, you know, where, you know, even with the, you know, we touched back on the children aspect, you know, it was times where, yo, I ain't had all the answers.
Yeah.
You know, so therefore I'm relying on you, you know what I mean, or relying on, you know, my parents,
right.
Which their whole perspective is, man, whip his ass or whip her ass, you know, where sometimes we gotta back off, but still we gotta understand, man. I hate to be the devil's advocate, but in this day and age, as a child, I'm not sure if, you know, sometimes, you know, these kids are even strong enough to be in the state where they are. I felt like, you know, us as 80s babies, we probably more so could have endured, you know, what's happening now to a certain extent. Most of us,
right?
You know, because especially if we were raised how we were now.
Gotcha.
But you know, but at the same time, these kids, they express themselves in so many other ways, and I think a lot of times you're trying to raise a leader, but a lot of times these kids want to be followers.
Yo, that's absolutely true, bro. That's absolutely true. And I'm gonna say something to you. For me too, I'll say this to you. I think sometimes, me as a parent, bro, I try to find the balance with my child. Bro, I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes I can't find it, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I can't find it. So there's a disconnect, right? Because sometimes kids gotta understand too, though. We human. Yeah, we your parents, but you got meters in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Meters in the middle. So I'm trying to understand you and vice versa. Cause they growing. And I'm growing in the same time they growing. They gotta meet us in the middle, bro. But sometimes I'm be honest, bro. I'll be like, it's not there, bro. It's not there.
And when you speak about the pressure, I mean, I know you speaking about the pressure. Us sometimes having a world on our shoulder or trying to impress everybody. I mean, I think, you know, when it comes down to it, I think we spoke about it yesterday. So quick story, you know what I mean? We're gonna go into a quick story.
So we're gonna switch to story time with Los?
Oh yeah, story time with Los.
All right, story time with Los. Go ahead. Okay.
So ideally, what I was explaining to you yesterday, sometimes I absolutely feel like I understand my identity, but sometimes I'm so serious and so militant that sometimes it's hard for me to just want to be free and want to be me. And it could be from the past, you know, as far as the career choice that I made, you know, always being serious at some time. But sometimes, man, ideally, I think in my mind, I'm a kid sometimes, and I like that feeling. I like being free. You get what I'm saying? But sometimes it's just I get so irritated with the people around me. That's I wouldn't say enjoying life, but if they're just their way because I can't be that way, which I want to be, it's kind of tough. So, you know, for instance, you know, just my pool party. I have an annual pool party every year. I feel like right there is my time to be free. My time to have all the people that love me around me and I can just be myself.
Right.
But at times I feel like, I always got to switch to that CEO role, or, that militant guy role when it comes down to certain things, to where I feel like I can't be myself.
At the pool party?
No, absolutely not. At the pool party, man, I'm an idiot.
Oh, okay.
I'm an idiot.
You're an idiot in general.
I'm absolutely not idiot in general, but
Okay.
when it comes out of that pool party, man, all bets are off.
Okay, I got
I'm
you.
respectful,
I
and
got
I'm
you.
just enjoying life, man.
Okay.
I'm free. I'm at my own house. You get what I'm saying? I'm cooling with my own people.
Sure.
We drinking, we vibing, we eating. It's a good time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good time.
It's a good
time. Yesterday I actually had a chance to rent out the Sprinter van.
Okay.
So, you know what I mean? Had to rent out the Sprinter van. And ideally, I'm so used to the CEO Los versus the back to the basics Los.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did was, usually I had Pops or Unc. You know what I mean? They usually the drivers.
Mm-hmm.
But this time they wasn't available.
Mm-hmm.
It was a last minute run. I was the driver. And I'm gonna tell you, man, that experience humbled me.
And what way?
I mean, I'm not a flashy type person, and I don't feel like, I try to, I try to be cautious of, and that's another thing. I try to be cautious of what I post, not really, putting so much into my life. But, it was just humbling, just the experience of, people just ultimately thinking you the driver.
Okay.
You're not the owner of this company, chat.
Okay.
You just the driver.
Right.
So it kind of made me feel crazy, when in the back of my mind, I'm like, little do they know, this is my Sprinter van. But you gotta humble yourself and understand, like, they don't understand, or they judging a book by its cover. You know what I mean? I mean, they're not, they just saying what they see. They see a dude with a suit on.
Yeah.
He driving them around. You my chauffeur, nigga.
Yeah, for sure.
So, you know what I mean?
Use a butler like Jeffrey.
Use a butler like
Good
Jeffrey.
name Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Jeffrey.
Cool. I was Jeffrey yesterday.
Okay, Jeffrey.
You know what I'm saying? But it was good to feel like all the money that I made go in my pocket, and I ain't had to pay nobody.
But you still Jeffrey.
I'm still Jeffrey.
All right, go ahead, Jeffrey.
But it was just a humbling experience. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
and at times, you have to trickle back to, the basics. Even with the company, the security company.
Okay.
I mean, ideally, who wants to go in and work shifts all the time? But sometimes, if it needs to be done, you gotta strap your boots up and go in and do it.
Okay.
So, I think it was a learning.
So you saying you need to work some shifts?
Oh, I don't feel like working no shifts.
Oh, okay.
It's my company, so therefore I had to work shifts.
Cause I mean, it's some shit open.
Oh yeah.
Did you want the shift?
Hey, but I mean, I'm just speaking about a humbling experience of a man having all the pressure on you and the weight on you, and not being able to ideally be who you want to be, because you don't want the insecurities of someone else to feel like you're boasting or you're bragging of how you're living.
Okay. So
therefore, I think with me, it's times where, I'm like, I have a post up or a story, and I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna post this.
Okay.
And the reason being, because I don't want anyone to feel like I'm that flashy person, or I'm just trying to brag or boast of what my life is. So I sometimes sit in the background, which sometimes I don't want to sit in the background, because I feel like it's not necessary. I want to be me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to show who Carlos' personality, and this is why this podcast is so critical for me.
Absolutely.
And it's so dope to, be able to, be on the podcast, not only with you, Luke, but, just to be able to express myself, and people to take a look at my life and understand just, how, I express myself, and really, ideally understand that certain things that I don't know. I just feel like certain things that, we do, you know what I'm saying? People don't understand what we're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And I ideally don't have it all figured out.
For sure. So let me ask you this though. Do you feel like you're free?
At times, no. I still don't feel like I'm as free as I want to be. So, it's, I'm still dealing with it. I'm still trying to find my way. But, where I am, I'm in a good place. I'm in a good space in my life.
Okay.
But, it's just, cutting those shackles, baby. I just haven't been at that point where I'm ready to cut the shackles and shit.
So if somebody's watching this podcast and they were you, what would you say to them?
I'm gonna be honest, it's just, understand accountability. You know what I mean? When you first start out, just with anything in life, if you can understand accountability and you can take accountability for your actions, and then, if the situation arises again, you'll know how to deal with it. Deal with it a little better. You might not have all the answers, but you'll know how to deal with it a little better. And, it's okay to step out on faith, just like you did. You know what I'm saying? When it came down to, you walking away from, your career and putting everything in, place. And, I know the road is rough at times, but you know what I mean? You did, you knew how to deal with it and how to understand adversity.
Hey, yo, I'll say this to you, and when we're not gonna make it long, we're gonna make sure we don't over talk and make it more drawn out. But bro, I ain't really know my faith was like that. To be honest with you, and I'm gonna be honest, I think that I ain't really been heavy in religion. I'm learning it as I get older. And I do understand that, you know, your faith is tested by every moment.
Absolutely.
I didn't know it was that. So when I made the decision, it wasn't about no faith, bro. You know what I'm saying? I made the decision with I felt like was best for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In the process, not knowing that's faith, bro. You know what I'm saying? Believing in the unknown. Like we wake up every day and we walk outside knowing that it's air gonna be there.
Yeah.
Because we know that it is. You know what I'm saying? So we just continue. So I think faith is like that. I think faith is believing every day we wake up, you're gonna be okay.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree. I agree.
I think that for sure. So if you're watching this podcast,
absolutely,
and you have been in a space where you was unsure, you didn't have all the answers, right? You didn't know what to do next. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay, man.
It's okay.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's okay.
I
You
like
know what I'm saying? Life is a journey, as I always say, with no directions. You just gotta follow the path. You know what I mean?
Yo, Lou, one thing about you, man, you're a deep type individual, man. Like,
you know,
you get deep.
Know,
you get deep at times. Paul,
I do.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. That's crazy. Tell to my main damn dash. I bought one of these pause buttons. I bought you one too.
Yeah, I got one.
Cause you a pause.
Yeah.
Cause you going to Pause Academy on Monday. I told you that. You going to Pause Academy.
Hey.
Tell the dame dad for the pause button. I bought it to support him. But you a pause, boy.
Yeah.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Yeah, but nah, I mean, it's just times, what I mean? Got people like this clown over here, he like to joke a little bit, but
a lot.
Sometimes he getting his feelings and look like he want to cry.
Well, hey, yo, I'm gonna tell you something. As I got older, as you speak about our dads, but we start getting a little more emotional, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when I talk to you, and when we get into a deep conversation or me being vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. You know we.
Hey, yo, I'm gonna be honest with you, Lou. You a crybaby.
Well, you pushing it.
You a crybaby, man. I mean, yo, I'll be honest with you. Like sometimes we get into our conversation. You just go so like, you know what I mean? Deep with it, but. To be honest with you, man,
wait a minute.
But it's cool. You know what I mean? It's cool. It's a good thing, man. That's how I knew, well, man, we definitely brothers, man, because it's just times, it's cool for you, you know what I mean, to be able to cry because it's not a sign.
Well, I haven't cried though.
I mean, not in a little bit, but you cry from time to time.
I'll say this to you. I'm not gonna say the deep part. That was different. But what I will say to you is that I think that for me, bro, we gotta think about we got almost 17 years in counting of relationship, bro. So I think that we are becoming more in tune with who we are, right? And so I think it allows me to be like, I know you got brothers, but they ain't me. You feel what I'm saying? So I think it's like for me and vice versa. So when we have our conversations, it's like, yo, bro, I can see how, for example, how Cam may look at Mason and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? I think it's more lines like, I don't have no brothers. Well, you my guy, bro. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
So if I feel like we got to go to battle, I'm not even going to question, are you coming? You know what I'm saying? I know we about to go get it.
Yeah, I'm going to come.
Yeah, whoa.
Hey, listen. I mean, yo, what I'm saying, I'm going to come to battle, I'm going to strap the boots on, and we're going to go take care of what we need to take care of.
It's the way you said it.
All right, champion.
I'm going to come.
God damn. These days, yo, you can't really say too much.
Don't.
Because somebody going to take it a whole nother way, especially you.
It's the way you say things, bro. Right, that's the thing about you is you say things like you said, I'm gonna come.
Hey,
relax.
Hey, yeah.
You got it, man.
You got it, Chad.
But to close it out, man, we appreciate you guys, man, dearly. If you watched the first one, man, we appreciate you for the second one.
Yeah.
And just see the growth in this, right? Don't judge us too hard. See the progress of two brothers trying to figure it out, right? We could form this podcast not to become trillionaires,
right?
Oh, but to deliver a
Hey,
message.
listen, hold on, time out. Speak for yourself. I don't mind becoming a trillionaire. Shit, bring the millions, trillions, billions to me. So you talking all that extra shit, man? Let's go into the next segment. So listen, you said something about you got a few questions for me.
You just gonna cut me off?
Yeah. I mean, because you talking crazy. I want to be a trillionaire. So
why am I saying I don't?
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying we didn't come on the podcast for that.
Oh no, we didn't.
Okay,
that's how safe space. All right, okay.
Man, you nasty, bro.
Next.
You see, I tell you all the time, but you got to be professional, bro.
Yo, I'm being professional.
You're not,
but they don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear you talking about speak no trillionaires. I want to be a trillionaire, champion. Is there any trillionaires
that you know?
I'm saying it is trillionaires here.
Absolutely, you don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you name one?
Me.
No, seriously.
I don't.
Name a trillionaire? No, I don't know one either. I know a lot of billionaires.
I don't
know them.
They don't know you.
Okay, they don't know me, and I just know them.
You know some millionaires.
Yeah, I know some millionaires.
Okay, but you don't know. Yeah,
I don't know the truth. Okay, or billionaires.
Relax.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. All right, so listen. This is a segment we have called Rapid Fire.
Rapid Fire.
Are you ready, though?
I'm ready. I'm excited about this.
Who would you rather be? Okay. You ready?
Yep.
MJ, meaning Michael Jackson.
Okay. Damn, I thought it was Michael Jordan, but go ahead.
Absolutely not. Okay. Prince.
Okay.
Or Rick James, bitch. Who would you rather be?
So when you say who would I rather be, are we speaking of a specific thing?
Don't stop. Listen to what the title is.
Listen, I'm gonna go with this.
Who would you rather be?
Listen, I'm gonna answer this, and I'm gonna answer this in such a way. I'd rather be MJ.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I'd rather be MJ. I mean, MJ. Yo, the reason being, everybody love MJ.
Niggas do love MJ.
It's not too many people that don't love
for sure.
MJ. You know what I mean? Everybody love MJ.
Okay.
But I'm gonna tell you, the time that I enjoyed MJ was going back to
the time you don't enjoy MJ.
I mean, you get what I'm saying, man. The time that I, obviously I was a kid, but as far as MJ, when MJ was with the Jackson 5.
Nigga, you don't remember MJ with the Jackson 5.
I have researched MJ with the Jackson 5.
Okay, but you weren't even born.
But even when MJ wasn't with the Jackson 5, I like MJ. I like MJ. I'm gonna go with MJ. Prince, the Purple Rain, and the whole nine. Rick James. I like that he just didn't give a fuck what he said out of his mouth.
But nigga,
that's more so you said like
I'm definitely Rick James.
Definitely Rick James. yeah. I'm definitely Rick James. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm Rick James.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't like being Rick James. That's crazy.
I'm on the Dave Chappelle show.
No, I get you.
I'm on the Chappelle show.
That was a good show.
I'm stopping in with my fucking carpet.
That was a good show.
Yeah. All right, cool. Here we go. Top 10 black movies.
Ooh. All right. I'm gonna name all of them, or we going?
Nigga, it's all on you.
All right. So I'm gonna go with
the mic fell.
I'm gonna go with Paid in Full.
That's one.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna go with Paid in Full. I'm gonna go with let's see, Paid in Full. Minister Society.
What?
Minister Society.
Okay, 2.
Minister Society.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Boys in the Hood.
Okay.
Hey, you know what I like though? I like like Boys in the Hood Belly. I can go with Love and Basketball.
Love and Basketball was good.
Love and Basketball was good.
But you came with who?
Call it what you want. The Best Man.
Okay.
The Best Man.
If you was on The Best Man, who would you be? Go ahead and lie. I'm gonna tell you who you gonna be.
I'm being Terrence Howard.
Facts.
So I'm gonna go with New Jack City. Classic. Yeah.
Who would you be?
I won't be Pookie.
No, you stutter man.
Yeah.
Go ahead, nigga. You got 3. Go ahead, 3.
What we gonna go with? Hey, I like all the house parties.
Facts.
I like all the house parties. So it's hard for me to select one, even with Class Act. Class Act, I felt like was the start of the house parties.
Nigga, it don't get no better than number 1.
Yeah, I get it. But then I like.
Who would you be? You definitely not kid.
I'm definitely.
Who? You kid?
Nah, I'm play.
Nigga, you light skin.
I'm play.
How you gonna be? And I'm play. Oh, what's my play? No, you can't, boy. Yeah. I'm playing. Go ahead. So you got 2 more.
Yeah. So Friday.
Who would you be?
Yo, I'm definitely gonna be Ice Cube.
Absolutely not.
So who you?
No,
you
no.
Ezel. You sold out Debo.
No. I'll take that. You Red.
My mama gave me that chain. Yeah.
Go ahead. What? Last one.
Last one.
I should say Benny Mac though.
Dang. Damn, the last one, man.
Yeah.
I said Boys in the Hood. I said Belly. And yo, I like State Property, man. State Property.
You definitely.
But I like Juice. I'm gonna go with Juice. Juice. Yeah, my man Tupac.
Who are you?
Hey, yo, I'm Raheem.
You definitely not Raheem.
I'm definitely Raheem, yo. I'm Raheem.
Not.
So who are you?
Bro, you Rider Man. From the bomb, bro. You definitely Rider Man.
You cute, don't you?
No.
You think you cute?
I'm Samuel Jackson.
Yeah.
Bro,
yeah, no doubt.
Hey, listen, man.
What else you got for him, man?
Listen, man. We appreciate him.
We appreciate him.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We appreciate him. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we appreciate you two tuning into episode 2. Listen, we hope and pray that it was better than episode 1.
And we can't forget, man, you got to like,
comment,
share, and subscribe.
Come on, man. One more time.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe.
That's all we ask, man. We don't ask for a lot.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's it.
Yeah,
like, comment, subscribe, and subscribe. That's it.
We had a lot of views on the last one. Let's see if we can outdo this one.
1,000%. We getting better, yo.
Yeah, we getting better.
I mean, the first one was trial and error.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As we always do, we're going to shout it up.
Absolutely.
It's shot time.
Come
on, man. What we talking to?
We're going to close it.
What we closing to?
We're going to close out. Like I said, it's for the fellas. Man, listen, we got something for our black queens, but listen, for the fellas, man, it's okay to be vulnerable and it's okay to express yourself. Take the pressure of life off you and keep going. Keep going.
It's okay. And black queens, we know we love you.
Yeah.
I'm safe for you.
What was that?
Oh, that shit like rubber alcohol, nigga. That shit is disgusting.
Oh, man. Like this? This the old Wiley. I like the old Wiley. Like you. I just like how the beat.
If this shit ever come on.
Yeah. Let us know in the next episode what y'all want from us.
Stay tuned, baby.
Stressing me all out, pushing me all out. To hold this city down, we see the whole city out.
Oh, shine your light on me. Oh, shine your light on me.